As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dream.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Greetings to you. I hope you have a beautiful Thursday morning, because you're gonna be beautiful after the show. But we have a beautiful lineup for you this morning, and I know that you're gonna enjoy this topic. This is also a topic that is very close to my heart, and that speaks on trust and its issues. That is our topic for this morning. So yeah, you are on the Inside Show with none other than Talk with Joan Thursdays, and you are with Leanne and Violet and myself on the show this morning. So I just want them to greet you and say good morning to you, and I hope that you will have an awesome time with us. Don't forget, if you did not subscribe, hit that bell, girls and boys, and let us just subscribe and let things go so that you can know what is happening on the Inside Show, right? So yeah, do that now. And I would like to ask Leanne, just if you can introduce yourself, or actually not introduce yourself, because this is now part of you. So just say hi to the guys.
Hello, our Insights family. It is good, like Pastor Jones says, to be on here. You know, Thursdays are fast becoming my favorite mornings. They haven't been uneventful, both before, during, and after the show. So Thursdays are definitely my #Thursdays are the best days.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to tune in with everyone this morning. I spoke to somebody asked me what will our topic be today, and I said trust, and they're like, oh yeah, I need to, they need to watch. And I've realized that trust is a big issue for most people.
Absolutely.
So I hope that this morning you're going to be, get some insight into your own trust issues after listening to our conversations. So God bless you.
Yes. I hope you're going to enjoy it, beloveds. And if you can, please just, speak to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sign up YouTube Inside Show and speak to us. It will be very nice hearing from you. That's us for you. So now we're gonna just dig into this. If you have your mirror, you know how we roll on a Thursday morning. That is our signature. It's the mirror. So this morning I want to ask you. So, what is the girl's mood or the boy's mood looking back to you in that mirror? What's that girl or that boy saying to you this morning, Leanne?
I'm always so grateful that there's a mirror in the studio. I never have to wonder if there's anything in my teeth. But as for my mood, Pastor Joan, I am on, what is the time? It is 9 o'clock, and I'm on my third mood for the morning. My first mood.
I like that one.
My first mood in the morning was a general sense of calmness. I was quite calm and excited for our conversation today.
Yes.
And then I woke up with that, and I woke up my whole family, and then the drama started, and then I had a mood of anxiety.
Oh my word.
A little frustration, and now on my third mood, I'm feeling very insightful. So lucky for you.
I like it. And you,
For me, yes, for me, I'm excited this morning because, like I just told Pastor Lena, it's my daughter's birthday today, the firstborn.
Wow, awesome.
And she's 39
Happy
years.
birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Annalene. So she's 39 years old, and and I'm happy. So, I just got to think back to 39 years ago.
Oh,
Like
yes, on the day.
what it was like when she was a baby, how ignorant I was, how young I was, as a mother, and didn't know what to expect. I remembered asking for a pain tablet when I was in labor.
Really?
Asking the nurses for Panado, not knowing one is supposed to have.
It's like, you'll need 30 Panados.
Yeah, so it's I have a heart full of gratitude, ma'am. Thank you. It's nice to be here this morning.
Yes. Well, this morning I feel rushed. You know what? I don't know. This morning I got up so early, but I think because I normally start off my day and I love to start off with praying, and I walked around and I forgot what the time was. I didn't keep track with the time, guys. And then I actually ran down to put the kettle off because I put a kettle on for boiling water. I forgot the kettle, not knowing I opened the basin tap.
Oh,
and the whole water.
So you also had some drama this morning.
Drama this morning, honestly speaking. And you know how it is, man.
Yes.
And so I felt so rushed
I'm
this
sorry,
morning.
ma'am.
And when I came in here, I thought, yes, you know, the car's also dirty. It looks so full of dust, and so everything is Demaka.
Yeah.
But I'm not Demaka.
No, we have those
I'm so
mornings.
happy that I can be with you and that we can actually tackle this topic, because this is one of the topics that I sometimes know how, you know, when I actually researched, I thought to myself, I always say, sometimes I struggle with trust.
Yeah.
Because my trust was betrayed.
Yeah.
And then, but when I looked at it, I saw, no, man, it's not that bad. You know? I still invite people into my life. I still,
I'm not
I'm
that
open. I'm
not
that
far
bad.
gone.
I'm not that far.
Right.
And I'm happy for that, though.
Yeah.
I'm very happy because you can
Shut
lock
down.
yourself out of society.
Absolutely.
You know,
you can.
And it goes with a lot of other things.
Yeah.
That's where depression and everything, anxiety
Right.
and stuff like that just enters.
Definitely.
And infiltrate your system.
Yeah.
You know, your mind frame and everything. And if that is in your mind, not trusting people around you, you will look over your shoulder every now and then, every second of the day.
So true, eh?
You know, and I don't know what's going to happen to your neck afterwards.
Whiplash due to no trust.
That is just a icebreaker for everybody. I just try to send out, as I normally do. I forgot to send out to the normals that normally watch the show, you know. And so I just thought now, I forgot to actually send it out.
The link,
yeah. But nevertheless, they can go on Insights, on YouTube and just get the link.
Yeah.
But let us start, guys. Our topic, as we said this morning, is about trust. Trust and its issues. And trust have a lot of issues, guys.
Oh, yes.
A lot of issues. Because if people betray your trust, it's very difficult at times to gain that trust back. Right? So I don't know what you want to say with regards to that as an opening statement to you.
For me, it's like trust, you know, when trust has been violated or broken, it takes time to rebuild the trust.
Okay.
So one has to be intentional then.
Yes.
To rebuild the trust. It's actually hard work.
It is.
It takes and you need to be consistent and you need to be vulnerable to. There's quite a few things under that when trust has been broken, and this, I think, Pastor Lee, is for every situation, because remember, trust is a general statement. So trust can be whether it's in your work situation, your work at work, whether it's in your love relationship, whether it's with your children, you know,
friendship.
or with your friendships. Trust, is just something that is so vast.
Yeah.
But what I want to say, what I found interesting was that when I read about trust, it's that trust and faith is not the same. Am I right?
No, definitely.
There's a difference between the two, between
absolutely.
trust and faith. You know, because I know in our walk with the Lord, we talk a lot about faith.
Yeah.
And then we talk about trust in the Lord as well. But there's a difference between the two. So I don't know if you want to just, give your view, opinion on that one. I'd like to know your opinion, if on the difference between faith and trust.
You see, trust is when you believe in the honesty of someone else. So I can trust in the Lord,
Yeah.
you know, and I cannot lean on myself.
Right.
So I trust. Trust is you sitting on that chair and you trust that chair.
The
that
chair's
the
not-
chair's gonna
yeah,
carry
gonna
you.
carry you, right.
Right. Whereas faith is a different thing. Faith is something that you cannot see it,
Yeah.
but you believe that it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is two totally different things, and I don't know if you want to latch
Just
on
add something
add
to
on,
that.
Add on to that.
Well, I'll definitely echo your points there, Pastor Vi, is that trust is quite a broad factor.
Yeah.
And there's so many things on the trust spectrum, from personal to organizational,
Right.
to just your own standard of trust.
Yeah.
Right.
And faith, as we have mentioned, is definitely a factor there. I mean, if I think about some of the scripture that we can pick up just off the bat, Jesus says in John 20, because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen me and
Yeah.
yet believe.
Yes.
So you do have, there is a very close, I would say, nexus between
Yes,
the
trust and
faith
faith.
element and the trust element, because you have not seen.
Yes.
You
Yet
don't
you
have
believe.
you don't
Right.
have any you don't have unequivocal proof.
Yeah.
You have the testament of the witness inside of you. You have
Yeah.
the word of God, and then you have your choice in whether you are going to believe or not. So
Right.
I think in examining the faith issue, I think it also comes down to a decision to trust,
Yeah.
a decision to be trustworthy.
Right.
So I think those are very close. They're good conversational points. Faith, decision, and trust, and how those can relate
Yes.
together to get, where you are or where you find yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I actually jotted this down. That what is trust?
Yeah.
Trust is the belief that another person is honest and reliable.
Yeah.
It is a feeling that you can depend on that you can depend on that person
Right.
because they offer safety and security.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Trust has been described as a firm belief in the ability, strength, reliability, and truth, right, of someone or something.
Yeah.
And that is what trust is. And many times we actually take it for granted that you just expect, especially in the ministry per se, you just expect people to trust you.
Right.
Everybody in the church you think are saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody who comes to the service, you think they are
Wow.
saved.
Yeah.
But now someone's phone gets stolen, and that trust is broken in the pews. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of
So
course.
it is very difficult sometimes, to just put your trust in people. But there are certain people that you really can trust.
Yeah.
Friendships, the people who's close to you, your children, your
Yes.
husband, you can actually trust them, right?
Right.
I like the quote that says, trust is earned when actions meet works.
Yes.
I mean words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When action meets words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trust
It's
is
earned.
trust is a very strong. It's very strong on integrity.
Yes.
And
Absolutely
I
so.
remember us having a previous show, and you said that you don't like falsities, you don't
Yes.
like dishonesty.
Yes.
So you
Right.
actually have a high trust threshold,
Yes.
Right.
in the sense where if people display those attributes of
Yes.
trust, then they are easy to have a relationship with.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
But when people behave in a manner that
Different.
donates
Yes.
Yes.
untrustworthiness,
Yes.
then one does become very resistant
Yeah.
to that type of behavior. Well, trust is very broad, like we said initially, and I was just thinking, Thursdays, Pastor Joan, really have become periods of introspection for me.
Yeah.
And it's good because it's like a
Yes,
development
absolutely.
exercise. So
Definitely.
every time we get a topic, then I have to think about the topic authentically to understand how I relate about it before I
Very
can have a
true,
conversation
very
about
true.
it.
So it helps
Yes.
us first.
It helps us
right.
first, yes.
Yes.
So we have to
Which is
examine our
good.
relationship with the
love
topic
it.
before we can have a conversation, before
Yeah.
it can make an impact in someone else's life.
Absolutely.
Right.
So in doing that, I was having read about this, and I found a blog post, and it says signs that you have issues with trust. So in my amusement, I just read through it, and I was sitting in bed reading, and I was chuckling, and my husband walked past, or maybe I was smiling.
Yeah.
And so he looked at me, and I'm like, no, it's not that smile. But when we got over that hurdle, he says, what's up? So I told him, I think I have trust issues. So he says, why would you say that?
Yeah.
So I said, just listen to this. Anyway, I go about reading the 13 signs that you have trust issues. And so in response to that, he says, wow, it's like listening to your personality. That was a bad one. But I didn't think I have a negative relationship with trust. But because of the depth of the conversation or the depth of the topic, you do have to evaluate it earnestly.
You have to.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so in my introspection, I was exhibiting signs of that I have issues with trust.
Yes.
And I didn't consider myself a person with an issue with trust.
Right.
And so I have to look at those behaviors. Like, for example, I wouldn't trust someone else to do something. I'd rather do it myself.
Yes.
That was a big check on me. You become, they say, you become a coloner.
Yes.
Which is already my personality inclination. I do tend to be a bit introverted, and I'm very happy
Which
being
is
alone.
that's very true, eh?
Yeah.
Because you don't trust people
Yes.
around you, so
Yes.
now you become a little bit.
Yes, apprehensive,
Introverted,
yes, towards that.
Yes.
So it goes down on the checklist, and I realize, okay, so trust is a much broader conversation.
Yes.
Absolutely
With
so.
regards to how you are, because I consider myself a trustworthy person.
Yes.
So therefore, I made that a broad spectrum blanket status. I don't have an issue with trust.
Right.
But apparently I do.
You know, Lee, Pastor Lee, when listening to you now, I'm like you said, Pastor Joan, and you said, you know, this topic made me think about so many things. It made me go back to even the time when my kids were little, you know, when they
Right.
were young.
Okay.
And when they, you know, did something wrong, I used to tell them, let me be the first person to know
Okay.
that you have done something
Okay.
wrong, so you can trust me.
Right.
I don't want to hear
Right.
something,
In the
out
streets,
in the
as we say,
streets.
yeah.
So, you know, with trust, one needs to be vulnerable as self. You need to become vulnerable. So we also need to teach our children that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to make mistakes as well. So if we don't teach our children that, it's almost like we expect perfection from them.
Yes.
We expect them not to make any mistakes, you know, not to beat on a child, you know, hit on a child
Yes.
or be mean to someone, you know. But if they've actually gone wrong, they should have the liberty and the freedom to come to us and to, you know, when they are caught out. Because, right, when they're caught out, to say, yes, Mom, I did X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there already that trust things start, and then we can teach them what is the right way. You know, you should have done this, or you should have done that.
Trust behaviors. I
Trust
think that's what I'm
behaviors.
hearing from you.
Yes, we
Trust
can
behaviors.
teach trust behaviors from a very young age.
Yeah.
And I think that is also that if that isn't dealt with, if we don't have that behavior, then we carry that. That wall that we put up, that facade, into adulthood. And there we find it hard to be vulnerable, to trust people, to be open, you know, to be consistent, or whatever the case may be. Because trust is something that
Is built over a period of time.
built over a period of
You
time.
have to give us that comment now, Pastor
Yes,
Joan.
yes.
I'm almost too nervous to ask.
Gail, what do you mean? You
What
say,
did she say?
Gail says, I like this. Gail says, leftover biryani in an ice cream container can cause trust issues.
I saw that one of the guy that was upset. My brother sent that to me.
Yeah.
Did you see that one? With the ice, he said to his wife, "You must stop putting my lunch in an ice cream dish," you know. And he said. So she said, "Now, why? What's going on?" And then he opened up the ice cream dish, and there was pigs in the dish. He took the He took the pegs to work, because he took the wrong ice cream dish. So yeah, that is.
Oh my word.
I don't know if that is.
Hi, Gail. Thank you so much. That was a lekker laugh.
Leftover biryani.
I just had to laugh now for that one because that is for real.
But but I mean, I think one thing we can pick up is the behavior of trust.
Right.
And I think for that is a good, a way to formulate your thinking about trust. Stephen Covey writes this book. He calls it The Speed of Trust.
Yeah.
And it's basically, it's very comprehensive, and it's really about delving into trust. And one of the things that he picks up on is behaviors, high trust behaviors.
Yeah.
So this is a very high relationship, or a very high trust relationship.
Yeah.
And some of the ways that he has grouped this, which I also like, because, you can find that you are trustworthy in one place, or you have a good relationship with trust in one area,
Yes.
but then you lack in another area,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then you
Yes.
think, okay, I don't have it.
Yes.
So he's grouped it into the trust behaviors are grouped into character-based behaviors, competent-based behaviors, and character and competence behaviors. Now, this is necessary because
Yeah.
you can be a nice person,
Yeah.
but you're an incompetent person.
Wow.
Which means that you can come and you can greet me and you can be nice, but
Yeah.
that's not what I need. I need you to be able to deliver, depending on the context that you're in.
That's a good one, eh?
You need someone to do something. When you take your car to a mechanic
Yeah.
and he says, "Hi, ma'am," and he's so sweet, and he puts a bowl of sweets in your car once he's done with your car, but he doesn't fix
Right.
the issue with it. It's like, I
Right.
can't trust you because you lack
Yes.
competence in
Yes.
this area.
Yes.
So being a highly trustworthy person means that you evaluate the character elements of
Very
how you
true.
relate to
Yeah.
trust, and it also means that you you fix or repair or hone in on the competency
Yes.
that gives you that trustworthy status with people. And when you get into a relationship of high trust, Pastor Joan, because I mean, in ministry, we also have different levels of trust with people.
Absolutely.
We have the visitor. We don't have to trust
Yes,
the
yes,
visitors, but we have people that we have walked a mile with, and we have developed different levels of intimacy with, and so
Right.
the trust is established.
Right.
And then if a person like that kind of breaks trust, it affects you differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
much differently.
Yes, and it also
Absolutely
affects
so.
how you evaluate it yourself, because it's like, I trusted you.
Right.
It affects your thoughts.
Yes, because it's like,
Affects
is
your
there something
emotions.
wrong with me
Yes.
that I trusted you?
Yes.
Right.
And so you see the complexity of those types of things. So the character-based behaviors, I thought this was cool, and I did actually think about you, Pastor Joan. Behavior 1, talk straight. Behavior 2,
Yes.
demonstrate respect.
Yes.
Behavior 3, create transparency. Behavior 4, right wrongs. And behavior 5, show loyalty.
Absolutely.
In a high trust relationship,
I love
those
that.
are the
Yeah.
behaviors of
Yes,
trust.
Right.
I like that. If you can maybe just let us repeat that. Your different behaviors. So
Yeah.
there's 5 behaviors. Am I
Yeah,
right?
talk straight, demonstrate respect,
Yeah.
So
create
what
transparency.
do we mean by talk straight?
Be
Talk
honest.
straight is men don't dig around the bush.
Yeah.
Yes,
Be
don't.
honest.
Be
No,
clear.
Be
Yeah.
honest.
Be honest.
Be honest.
Be clear,
Don't
be
tell me,
forthright, be straight.
Don't tell me that. Oh, that looks nice on you.
Yeah.
To flatter me and
Flatter me,
and it's
and
not
then,
true.
And then behind my back, you say,
Oh, ek weet nie wat dit sê
"Pickle,"
gedankie.
say no. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes. Speak as if the person you're speaking about is present.
Yes.
Have that
Right.
kind of integrity in
yes,
your
yes,
communication.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and the second one was?
and that's really very easy and fundamental too. And it's actually something you can discern very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Someone isn't
Yeah,
a straight
yeah.
talker. Demonstrate respect. Display the fairness, kindness, love, and civility. Demonstrate it.
Yeah.
If you say that you are a trustworthy person, demonstrate the behavior that says that, communicates that.
yeah.
Because above you stating that you are trustworthy,
Yes.
you can communicate that you are
Right.
trustworthy.
Absolutely.
And then this
so.
is one of my favorite, transparency. I had a conversation with a perfect stranger telephonically yesterday. I was inquiring about something, and I was speaking to a stranger about it, but I was very forthright and plain about what I was asking. But it took this lady so long in the conversation to let her guard down. And eventually, probably in the 4th minute of the conversation, she says, "Okay, I'm going to be honest now." So please, can you be honest too? So I said, ma'am, I've just been honest with you. But I was thinking about the fact that it took her so long
Yes.
to get to a place
to the point,
where she
man.
could be plain about
Yes.
something. Yes. And at the onset of the conversation, I thought, let me not sound like someone who's waffling on
Yes.
about something.
Yeah.
Let me create that, plain consistency in what I am saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that was just uncanny. I
Yeah.
think she has
Yeah,
trust
because you
issues.
Yeah, that definitely.
It is because sometimes
She suspected I was,
Yeah.
sometimes you become so offensive.
Yeah.
Because you want to protect this a product, or you want to protect something.
Yes,
So
yes.
now you become offensive instead of honest.
Yes, and so
Yeah.
guarded.
And so
Right.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's because of that was a telephone conversation?
Yeah.
Don't you think it's because of what's happening in our world today? That people are so skeptical
Yeah.
when you
People
talk
are-
on the phone. You don't trust anyone.
People's
Yeah.
guards are up.
Your guards are up. You don't know
Yeah.
when you're going to be scammed or, fooled, what scammed out of your money or whatever. You don't know where the conversation is
No, that
leading
is
to.
true. But the nature of what I was saying was very plain. So it was unusual that she would be
After a while, say.
or
let
that
me-
she responded with such a disbelief.
Okay.
And then so that's my favorite, transparency.
Right.
It's like just be clear. Don't have ulterior motives on something.
Right,
If you want
right.
to say something, please just say that. Right wrongs. So this one is also big. Make restitution instead of just apologizing.
That's
Oh.
now me. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is true.
Just say, I'm so sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
I must be honest with
Yeah.
you. I treated you bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Be honest.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
because I feel that I can have an open conversation with you then.
Yes,
Yes.
now I can.
I can be open to you.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I respect people
Yes.
who is like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel if you see, Leanne, if you see something about me, something's not lekker, something's wrong, or I maybe did, I didn't answer Violet maybe in a proper manner.
Yeah.
I expect from Leanne
To say.
to say, you know what, Joan,
that wasn't.
that wasn't nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Call
way
it.
you said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being able to do
You
that.
know,
Maybe not what
the-
you said, but
how you said it.
Yeah.
How you said it. The tone of your voice, maybe.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Yes. That is very,
Very
very
important.
important.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Very
then also to go
important.
back and change that.
and
yeah.
change
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
never do it again.
Yeah.
My husband has this funny thing that he does. Sometimes if I'm out without him, perhaps if I go or we split for some reason of obligation, I would come back and I say, they send their love, they send their love. And then he would say to me, what is this love that they send? I can't see it, I can't feel it, I can't taste it. And there's But the ultimate point of that is that, you must something must accompany genuine repentance
Yes.
or
Yeah.
genuine apologizing or genuine change. There must be
Yes.
something that someone else feels because
Yes.
of it.
Yes.
So if you've done a big wrong, then do the thing that costs you in order to
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
sorry or
and-
apologize.
And you know what? On that too, sometimes you want to be in, especially people's pleasers.
Yeah.
Fails there a lot.
Yeah.
Because you're now with this group, right? So now you want to be in with them. So you rather leave the truth and stick with a lie.
Yeah.
Just to be in.
Yeah, you abandon.
You get what I'm
yes,
saying?
Yes.
And abandon the truth.
Yes.
Whereas, don't be like that.
Yeah.
You're an individual on your own.
Yeah.
Right.
You know the rights and the wrongs.
Yeah.
And you're
Yes.
actually identifying the fifth behavior, which is show loyalty.
Show
Yeah.
loyalty.
That's it.
Show loyalty,
That's it.
man.
Yeah.
But I just want to go back to what Pastor Joan said about when somebody sees you in that somebody else is being wronged, and that you tell your friend, if genuine friend, you say, you know what, that wasn't nice, or even to whoever, your husband, I didn't like the way you said that to the child.
Yeah,
or
I
to
expect
anyone.
that.
I expect, yes, but. Then it also gives that person an opportunity to say, I didn't mean
Yes.
to hurt you. I didn't mean.
And correct it immediately.
Yes, to say, you know what? I'm sorry that I made you feel
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't my intention. And then you can maybe explain that, you know what, I came on a high from home or something just happened and that is why I had that tone. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
But it gives you an
opportunity
opportunity
to
to
fix it.
immediately
Yes.
fix whatever.
Yes.
And then there's nothing,
That
that,
stands in
that,
the way.
can fester, that can...
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you'll find in high trust relationships, you get better maturity.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
yes.
it's so much easier to have a mature relationship with
Amen.
someone.
Right.
And it usually
Amen.
is accompanied by the fact that you're in a
yes.
high trust relationship.
Yes.
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 Because now I must now deal with your sulking face for 5 weeks,
And every time when I speak to you, I must put on hand gloves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I must,
I must
okay, how are
actually
you
Keep gloves
today?
and, just handle with care.
No.
Yes.
I think, and also I think, I don't know whether it goes with age, but I think it is it's a very, actually, a excellent practice.
Yeah.
To practice this.
It is.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? To be trustworthy, man.
Yes.
So that people can trust you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that you can, in that interim, gain respect.
Yeah.
You know?
But doesn't
It's
it
so
go also
important.
with, you said something about when you mature, Pastor Lee?
Yeah.
Then we leave that childishness behind, right? As we get older. And you get to a place where you also just want peace and tranquility in your life. So you
And you don't have to wait to get older.
No,
You can mature now.
You can mature.
Ja.
No, I don't mean like
You're
old.
Ja.
Ek het verstaan,
Maar
sister man, ek verstaan.
Ja, maar ek wil dit net daar uitsit.
Nee, dankie man.
Jy hoef nie te wag nie.
Jy hoef
Wag hier tot jy 60
Tot jy
is.
60 is om tranquility te hê. It's
Ja.
something you can practice.
Yes.
Now that's what I'm saying, Pastor Lee, want het mos nog jong man, verstaan? So it's something that you can practice from a very young age to be like you said, transparent, to be mature. En nie veel op te ruk ook vir elke ding nie.
Ja.
Ja.
Verstaan jy, nie so
Ja, man.
sensitive, oversensitive.
No sy
ja.
bang agterna. You're so scared just to, raise your opinion
Yeah.
afterwards in
And
a
that
conversation.
leaves you uncomfortable.
It leaves you
Right.
Because
uncomfortable.
it's like, must I lie to myself now?
Yes.
No,
To
it's
make you
true.
feel comfortable.
And sometimes it happens.
Yes.
Sometimes it happens.
Some
You don't
people-
wanna. You feel okay. Well, the last time I heard this person, or, now you ma retract.
Yeah, and you just retreat. It's like,
a retreat.
Yeah.
And you say to yourself, man, I'm not going to say anything because just now she's going to take it.
She's gonna take it a
no,
different
and you'll find if that is your struggle, that people will become superficial around you.
Yes.
It's like, I'd
Yeah.
rather take the bitter pill.
Yes.
Right.
I'd rather swallow it and learn
is
how
actually
to
very
deal
good to do that.
than instead of finding all these people pussyfooting around me.
Right.
It's really a choice that you want to do. But you picked up on something, Pastor Joan. You said becoming a trustworthy person.
Yes.
And I think, then we can start communicating in the language of trust because I'm becoming a trustworthy person and I am in a trustworthy
relationship
yes,
or environment. Yes.
Definitely.
So just before you continue, I just want to throw in something there. So does it mean that if I am not a trustworthy person yet, that I can become a trustworthy person? Is it
Yes.
something that I can work on?
Yes, most definitely.
Right?
I would
because
echo
I know
that.
trust is earned. So
Yes.
if you are listening and you're not a trustworthy person,
It's that.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Be transparent.
practice these
behaviors,
things,
yeah.
the
Those
behaviors
behaviors.
that
Yeah.
Pastor Liz is reading right now. Yeah, practice
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
become
Make
a trustworthy
make your
person.
wrongs right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very important.
It is, and I like the link that trustworthy has with credibility.
Right.
Yes.
Trustworthiness, credibility.
Yeah.
And Stephen Covey, in his book, he describes 4 cores of credibility. And I think, I value each and every one of them: integrity, intent, capabilities, and results.
So
If you can build those in
Yes.
your core
Yeah.
and become a credible person,
right.
you'll be on your way to becoming a trustworthy person.
Yes.
There are some people that I have very high trust relationships with him. One is obviously my husband and close family and,
Yeah.
and my best friends. But another one, and I'll use this one as an example, is my dad. I have a very high trust relationship with him.
Yeah.
And if I think about the reason why that is, because I have a testimony of my whole life of he being consistent
Right.
in areas of my life.
Yes.
He always does what he says. He doesn't forget to do that.
That's awesome.
Yes, he's always been forthright with me, irrespective of how I felt about the
Yeah.
situation.
Yes.
He has never, how do you say, he's never gone back on something that he has said.
Yes,
Even
very
if it has
important.
been unsavory for
Yeah.
me.
Yes,
Yeah.
He's never
he doesn't
gone back.
he doesn't mix his words.
No.
No, he doesn't, and he sticks to something. So if I thought about if he had ever broken my trust, that would confuse me.
It
Yes.
would.
That
It
would
will
like
go to
send-
your
yes.
relationship
Yes, it
with
will-
your husband.
Yes,
Right.
it will
And
totally
that's the
send
ripple
me.
effect that it has.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it'll have a fundamental impact on how I view things.
Right.
Because he had broken trust. In fact, I would go so far as to say, because I have such a long-standing relationship with him, if he had to break trust, it would be an exceptional situation. And because of the consistency of the relationship, I would think that there had to be another reason for it. In other
Yes.
words, I would
Yeah.
give him the
Yes.
benefit of the
Yes.
doubt.
So-
and I think that's maybe something that they haven't raised, is that trust does breed that kind of favor. You do get the benefit of the doubt
Yes.
because you are a
Absolutely.
trustworthy person.
Absolutely.
Because things do happen, Pastor
Yes,
Joan.
yes.
So your dad has earned the trust that you have in him.
Yeah, but not
And
like
it's over a long period of time.
Yes, he has displayed the behavior. Yes.
displayed-
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Because he didn't try and necessarily make me trust him.
Right.
I trust him by virtue of the fact
Yes.
that he has these sets of
He was
behaviors.
consistent,
Right.
yes. He
over
was
the
consistent
years.
over the
Right.
years. I like the quote that says, "The proof of love is in trust."
Oh, that is
Wow.
nice. It's
So,
poetic.
so that is so. It's
Yeah.
so. It's just a short sentence.
Yeah.
But it has such a lot of meaning
Yeah,
in
it
it.
does.
And I've asked myself the question, why are there so many broken women
Yeah.
on the face of the earth? It's because the proof of love
Has been
has been violated.
violated.
Yeah.
You know, it's been
Yes.
broken.
Yes.
And therefore, like you had a consistent proof in your father.
Right.
And that was the proof of love that he has for his daughter.
Yeah.
You know, and it is in trust. I want her to trust me. And
Right.
if you trust your dad, you will easily trust your husband.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
you
it
will
is
then
true.
easily trust other men because you see that, you know what?
Yeah, this is what
Because
it can. I can trust
I
you.
can say the same.
possible.
Like with,
Yeah.
with my dad, I can
Yes.
also say, I trusted this man.
Right.
When I was ill, you know, this is the first person.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
showed up.
I want he'll show up.
Yes.
He'll show up. I want him
Right.
next to me.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
funny.
Yeah.
It
and
is.
now it's different. He's not there anymore.
Yes.
So I have my husband.
Yes.
So I
Right.
want him there.
Yes.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do,
Right.
because
And
that
that
is how
is-
you related to
that
it.
is
and
how
it's
I
healthy.
related to it.
It's
It's
healthy.
very healthy.
Very healthy.
And it's
very
and
healthy.
it's built. It's built.
Yeah.
You've allowed it to build you up and not break you down.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you know what? I when I asked myself the question when I read this, I said, oh, my word, this is profound because therefore so many broken women because in the love relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust was broken.
Yes.
And now they confused.
Yeah.
As you say, if your father didn't do that, you were
Right.
going to be confused.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you become so confused that is there something wrong with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Why is this
why
happening?
why did this happen to me? Why did it choose her above
Oh,
me?
yes.
So what is wrong with me?
Yeah. And then
know
you
what I'm
find the
saying?
then you get the low self-esteem and you get
Right.
the
All those things.
Yeah.
Stop questioning yourself.
adds up.
Yeah.
yes, because you have this trust
Trust
issue.
issue.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually a trust issue
Yeah.
because you have to first trust yourself before you can trust others.
Yeah.
It starts with you. So the finger points back at you.
Yeah.
And with everything, and that's why I love
It
the
is with
fact that you said in the beginning when you opened up your opening statement and
Yeah.
you said this challenged you because every topic that we choose at first challenges us.
It does.
And so it's so important because
Yes.
even to me, when I looked at it, I said, well, I thought I have trust issues, but I'm not that bad. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Because I couldn't find myself in it.
Yes.
In a few of these things. I thought it's trust issues
Yes. Yes.
because people violated my trust, you know, when it comes to ministry.
Yes.
I've allowed them close. You know,
Yes.
they know my ins and outs.
Yes.
I discuss certain things with them that I
Yes.
won't discuss with anybody
Yes.
else.
Yes. And then trust is broken.
And then
Yeah.
trust is broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is so important for us then to understand
Yeah.
that these things will happen.
Yes.
But it does not change your honesty.
No.
It does not change this person.
Yes.
Who chooses to be
a
trustworthy.
That's right.
I
That's
like
right.
that. And I like that
Yes.
there's a clear distinction for
Yes.
that. The fact that people behave in an untrustworthy fashion
Yes.
does not affect how you need to think about
Absolutely.
being trustworthy.
It
No,
shouldn't.
true.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't
Very
affect
true.
your standard. It shouldn't encroach
yes,
your
who
standard.
you are.
Yes.
So it's important to know who you are, and then stand on your own truths, and not allow anybody else to affect that. I was thinking now when you talked about your dad, and you also,
Yeah.
Joan, about your dad, how important a dad is in a girl's life, especially.
it plays a
You know,
vital role.
I said to my son-in-law, I appreciate him so much because of the love that he has for his girls, the love that he displays, the relationship that he has. Oh, they are like my dad, and they're so spoiled, It's just daddy's
Tired of
girls.
your dad.
Yes, daddy's girls. And sometimes it annoys me a bit because I feel they get away with murder, But that is so important because it will benefit them. For the
Absolutely
confidence
so.
that they're going to have. And just like you two
And
now
they're going
said,
to look for
they're going to look for
Girls,
man,
dad, yeah,
a man
girls-
that has
girls
dad's-
marry their dads, yeah.
Yes, that has
Yes.
dad's qualities, isn't
Yes.
it? So it's important. I also had a good dad. My dad wasn't a perfect man, but he was a good dad.
Yes.
Was a provider.
Yes.
He was, I was also a daddy's girl. But anyway, and that also makes it very hard for you to have a relationship with someone who is not like
Yes,
your dad,
yes. If
who
you know your
doesn't-
dad wasn't an abuser
Yes,
and now
and
you're in an abusive
yes,
relationship,
right.
it really puts you off.
Yes.
It will always leave something in the back of your mind,
Yeah.
know, to think that, am I doing something wrong?
Yeah, second guess
You know?
yourself always.
Yes, yes. But then it's not you. You know,
Yeah.
it's the weakness of the other person. So
Right.
never just always, just bang yourself because of other people's bad behaviors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very important to first check yourself.
Yeah, I was thinking as we were talking also. I know for lots of women, this conversation about trust is mainly about relationships with a husband and a wife,
Yeah.
boyfriend and a
Yeah.
girlfriend, and sometimes we as women can also be the cause of conflict in the relationship when we also don't trust. Maybe you come with, what I'm trying to say is, you come with baggage.
Right.
So maybe
Right.
this person is a genuine person.
Right. Yeah.
And now because of
You
your
got trust issues.
trust
Insecurities.
insecurities as a woman, you will drive that person
Oh,
insane. You will
definitely.
drive him away,
Most
push him
definitely.
away from you. Understand?
Yes, I do. And it shows you that it is an issue. And
Yeah.
when it's an issue in your life, that you have to solve it.
Yes.
And those types of people exhibit the same behavior in all walks of their life. In other
Yes.
words, like in a workplace.
Yeah.
And you find... you guys have a team here, Krista.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's an element of Leander's competence that you
Yeah.
trust.
Right.
There's an element of Pastor
Tracy's.
Xavier, leadership that you trust,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then that works as a team.
Yes.
So you find that people that have these internal issues, they become problems in teams.
Right.
And then they
Most
delay
definitely.
and reduce the
Yeah,
the
wow.
efficacy of whatever is trying to be accomplished here.
Right.
And I thought this was funny because I'll tell you why. Stephen Covey says that trust affects speed. He calls it the speed of
Right.
trust.
Yeah.
So the reason is your ability to build trust has a profound effect on business results because trust affects two measurable outcomes. I
Yeah.
like when things can be measurable.
Yeah.
And measurable. He says it's two things: speed and cost. Now, I like efficiency and I like money.
Right.
So if your trust issue is affecting my efficiency and my
my
money,
money, if
you got
there's
a problem, honey. So when trust goes down in a relationship, on a team, in an organization, with a partner or a customer, the speed goes down and the cost goes up.
Yeah.
Because
And that's
it
your
affects your
impact.
emotions.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the impact.
Yes.
You always have to deal with the third person in the room, which is your issue with trust.
Right.
You don't trust that something will be done
Yes.
properly. You're just the problem. So it affects everything around you. So it's really, introspection is necessary. Learning to model the proper trust behaviors
Yeah.
is necessary, and gaining an understanding of what it is that you have a battle with.
Right.
It's fundamental to your growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solidifying how you relate to trust is fundamental to your growth. That's what I would
Absolutely,
say.
because you will have your mind will be in the right frame.
Yeah.
You know, and also you will then have the speed.
Yes.
You will be competent.
Yeah.
You will do the task given
Yes.
to you.
At hand.
You
Yes.
know, at hand. So that is it is vital not to sit with these things and keep it as this big elephant in your
Yeah. Elephant in your heart.
heart.
Yeah.
Under the
Doesn't-
carpet,
there's
the
no
elephant
space
in the
for
room.
it. There's no space for it.
Under the table.
So rather deal with it.
Yes,
Get rid of
definitely.
it.
Definitely.
I like the saying that goes, trust is fragile.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't break it.
Yes.
Okay.
Because once broken,
Yep.
It's very hard.
it will not come back in the same way.
Definitely. Definitely
There'll
not.
be some-
Because, it's like a breaking a vase and trying to patch it.
Yeah.
It's never
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
never
the
gonna be
same.
the same.
So
it's
it's
not gonna
in
look the
friendship
same.
too.
Yes.
If you've
it's true.
violated somebody's trust, your friendship is never going to be the same.
Yeah.
You're going to always have that suspicious mind. You're going to be suspicious about, can I really trust this person? So it
Yeah.
actually brings a division, and it brings, puts a gap. I was thinking, as you were talking now about business, I was thinking back on my working days. And my senior used to say, when we have a meeting, now we need to bring our reports, everybody reports. Then he says, up front, he says, now please, when you report as if you are standing in front of Jesus. I know it wasn't a very nice, example
but
to
he
use.
just says, keep your integrity and don't lie to me.
Right,
Yes.
and it made me think. I didn't feel happy when he said, because it's almost like blasphemy,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like you're
You're-
standing in front of Jesus. But it made me think. It just always stuck with me that you need to be so transparent in your
Yeah,
reports,
yeah.
because sometimes we come there and you lie and you make up things,
Yes.
and one can make. I'm not
Yes,
saying I
yes.
did that, but So what he's actually saying is just speak the truth.
Yeah,
Because
be
we also
honest,
want to
man.
impress others. Now you sitting there with your report, and she's sitting there with her, Pastor Lee sitting with her report, and you, Pastor Joan, with your report. So now Violet feels I must now have a better report. Now I'm somehow adding stuff there that's not true. So he's saying, okay, speak as if you're speaking to Jesus.
Have
now.
integrity.
Yes,
Yes,
have
is what you're
integrity.
saying.
Yeah, because
Be
trust
honest.
can be manifested in different
In
ways.
different ways, yes.
If someone, like you said earlier, if someone don't trust and have a trust issue,
Yeah.
that person will never be able to believe the next person.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
is.
That's
true.
why in teams,
Yeah.
they will not believe
Yeah.
what you say,
But
because they sit with the problem.
that's yes.
They
That is
project-
why
they
that is
project
why
their
it's
issues onto you.
detrimental in a team.
That's right. It
Yeah.
is. Like the teamwork, like I was
Yes.
speaking about, sitting in a team and reporting. And also the fact that it has a ripple effect, because now he's going to remember, he's going to report further up, and he's going to report a lie, which can, maybe later come back and have a negative impact on him as well. So you need to be honest and open
And also the
transparent.
suspicion that the person will have. There's always suspicion.
Yes,
Yeah.
once you violated that trust, they're always
Yeah.
gonna.
You know, you
Like
will
the
always
say-
sit with that.
Yeah, like the saying
Is this one
goes,
telling the truth
even
now?
a broken clock will be correct twice a day. Yeah, you will find something to corroborate your negative
Yeah,
thinking.
true.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
if you have a trust issue, you really have to
You have
look
to.
at that.
You have to.
Yeah.
But you know, another behavior, another set of behavior that builds trust or that you exhibit in a high trust relationship is the competency thing. And I wanna just note that for a little while, because you'll find that, like I said, you have to develop competencies in certain areas
Yeah.
in order to be a trustworthy leader or
Right.
friend or person.
Right.
You must be able to get something right. And one of the behaviors that you can exhibit is deliver results. If
Yes.
if you say you're gonna
Yes.
do something,
Do
deliver
it.
on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't just say it, because then I can't trust your word based on your
Absolutely.
incompetence.
And it will always stick with me that, can I use you?
Yeah, because
You
you
know,
know you said you did, but
said.
you
Yeah,
didn't
you
actually.
didn't. You
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
And then get better. I like this because I think that I can be a hard taskmaster myself.
Yes.
And I can also become discouraged when I don't do something properly. You know, it's like, oh, then I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And so it kind of stops me from doing something, because I think, oh, maybe I won't be good at that, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But it is good to do something and then face up to what it looks like and then
Right.
get better at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it builds
Yes.
trust with those that witness this.
Yes.
They witness the progress of you getting better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also in that, because you were an excellent taskmaster, doesn't make the next person in your team maybe
Yeah.
you.
Yes, it doesn't.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there must always be room that, okay, this person did it to the best of her ability.
Right.
So make room for error.
Yes.
Let me put it that way.
Yes,
Yes.
no, it's true.
And yeah, it's very important, because otherwise we would because we feel that, we want.
I'm good at this, so
good
you
at-
should be good at this.
You should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be. So now you want to press down on this person and feel that, I was going to do it this way and that way.
Yeah, and now you just done it this way. Yes, no, that is true.
Yeah.
It's very important.
And it teaches
Very
us
important.
tolerance and a growth within the team. And then this is also one of my favorites, confront reality. Because
That's one that
it's
I
a hard
like.
one. Yes, and it's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to look at something honestly, whether it is in your favor or not.
Right.
And I think a display of this also
And
builds
a lot
trust.
of people don't like confrontation, right?
No.
Yeah.
And
It's a very hard one.
Yes.
it's not always easy, yes.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
So take the tough issues head on, and this affects the speed and cost by facilitating open interaction and fast achievement, and also allowing you to engage creatively and developing a capability and having a synergy of others in solving problems, like you were saying.
Yes.
So if there's an issue that you need to, just like, you're not doing this properly, that's the reality.
Yes.
But it's not a judgment against you.
No, it's not.
These are the ways that you can perhaps improve.
Yes.
So I'm showing you that you can be in a relationship where you can face reality and grow in it,
Yes.
and still be a trustworthy
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Right.
It doesn't mean because you faltered on one area that you lose trust. It
Right.
isn't. But this is steps on building trust. So
Yeah.
or showing that you are a trustworthy person.
I always tell my team when I speak to them and I confront issues, I always tell them it's never personal, guys.
Yeah.
It's just
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's just to improve.
Yes.
You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
So you're
So-
separating the issues.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not personal.
It's never
It's not
personal.
a personal
So if
attack on you as a
If
person.
you are you in charge of the registration,
Yeah.
for instance, at
Yes.
the event,
Yeah.
and something went wrong there, and we in the meeting now come and we discuss how did registration go,
Yeah.
and we see that there was nogal a
Gaps.
issue there.
an
Yeah.
issue there,
Yeah.
then we discuss it. But then most of the times, the person who's in charge of the
Right,
registration
takes it
takes
personal.
offense
Yes,
and takes it
yes,
personal.
yes.
Yeah.
Therefore, I have this in me because I've learned over the years that I always say, guys, remember,
Yeah.
it's never personal.
Yes.
It's the issue, not
It's
the person.
the issue.
Yes, and it's just to improve the wrongs.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
And make them right.
But it's also the similar in a relationship, in a husband-wife relationship,
Yeah.
that when there's a conflict,
Yes.
put the issue on the table.
Right.
Right.
And deal with it.
And deal with the issue on the table, and not to attack one another. Don't make it personal.
Yeah, that's
you
vital.
understand.
Yes.
Just deal with the issue. Is it about the children? Is it the finances? Or what is it? What is on the table?
Yeah.
Discuss, because so many times we attack one another and we become personal.
Yes,
Yeah.
And forget about
and never
that
deal with that.
and deal with that
yeah,
issue.
And some people
Yeah.
wants to go away from that.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and change the focus on
Right.
something
Make
else
excuses.
because you don't want to deal
With what is
the
on the
elephant
table.
in the room.
Yes, you don't
right?
want- right.
They want to play the man, not the game.
Yeah,
Right.
There are different benefits, right? Trust has a number of benefits that are important for the health of your relationships as well as your own emotional well-being. And trust allows you to be vulnerable, which means be open.
Yes.
Be vulnerable.
Yes.
Right? Trust also allows you to be yourself, to feel safe and secure, to focus on positivity
Yeah.
and not negativity. Right? That is what trust does. Trust also allows you to increase closeness and intimacy. Because if you can't trust someone, you cannot be intimate with the person.
Yes. Definitely.
Sometimes you can't even talk to them.
Sometimes you can't even look at them.
Yes. Yeah.
And then trust also allows you to minimize conflict.
Yeah.
It is very important, beloveds, because trust is important in relationships because it allows you the opportunity to relax,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to be you,
Yeah.
yourself, right? And then also to be intentional, guys, as you said. You've mentioned all these. It's just in another way,
Yeah.
right? And then also, for example, the different behaviors that you have. If you are yourself, you can depend on one another.
Right.
And that's what trust does.
Yeah.
It makes you vulnerable, open, lekker.
Yeah.
You know, I like that word.
Yeah, you become a
It
lacquer
just makes you
person.
easy. It makes you easy, man. It makes you
Yes.
easy.
Yes, yes.
I was just saying to someone last night, we had a conversation, and I said how uneasy sometimes I feel in certain conversations.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't feel trust. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't feel that we on the same page
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah.
So I rather retreat
Yeah.
and find myself, instead of getting into
Yeah.
something,
Right.
a conflict
Yes,
or
yes,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right? Because there's different behaviors in trust.
Right.
I have a few here. I don't know whether you have behaviors. Always assuming the worst. Right? Your trust issues could also lead you to assume the worst about people around you, and even when they have proven themselves trustworthy in the past. For example, when someone offers to help you, you wonder if they are expecting something from you later on. Isn't that true?
That's true.
You always, because you're suspicious.
Ja, ja.
Ja, suspicious.
Soek sy nou iets van my af?
Ja.
I wonder now.
Ek wonder wat
you
is
know?
dit? Ja,
Yeah,
ja.
that type of thing. Also, with suspiciousness, trust issues can make you feel suspicious about other people's intentions, even if there is little to indicate that their actions are suspect.
Ja.
Right?
Or
So
that
if
they
you-
are sincere.
They're
They're
sincere in what they're doing.
but now because
you have a trust
but
issue.
maybe it's
Yes.
because of past things that happened in the past that you
But
ask
it's
yourself, have I
important
seen this
not
before?
to brush everybody with the,
The
same
same-
brush.
yes,
Because
yes.
you will always have these antennas
Yeah,
up, right?
going up. I wonder
so,
what is
yeah,
she
you
on,
might
or
feel
he
like
wants.
others are trying to harm you
Yeah.
or deceive you
Right.
when you have a trust issue. Also with self-sabotage, this is different behaviors, right? That we're dealing with. Self-sabotage.
Yeah.
As Leanne said earlier, trust issues often lead to self-sabotage. For example, you might engage in behaviors that interfere with your relationship because you assume it's better to end things now rather than end up being disappointed later.
You know, Having said all this,
I hit the button there.
Pastor Joan, let me just come in here. You know what? Something that really, really destroys trust amongst women
Yeah.
is gossip.
Yeah, very true.
I don't talk to gossipers. I
Gossip.
refuse to.
Yeah, and that's and it's a
that-
good choice.
Yes,
a
and
good
that,
choice.
that is something.
In
that-
actual fact, I'll tell you something funny. At the gym, they have a little coffee shop outside the entrance.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of about 4 or 5 ladies.
Yeah.
And they had just come from a group class. And they were speaking about one of their acquaintances in the class. But with that gossiping tone and voice.
Yes, yes.
And, I'm a generally a polite person, but I found myself giving someone a funny look.
Yes. Yeah,
You know, I could have pulled
bad,
up my
man.
nose.
It's
It was almost
Gossip.
like I wanted to communicate that because I wanted her to become more self-aware that she
Yes.
was speaking about another human being or
Right.
another woman in such a gossiping tone and a gossiping fashion. And I think as I was exiting, I almost made a mental note. Like, I will not talk to a person like you.
Yeah.
true.
I won't. Because
True.
I will not trust that the
Yes.
discourse that we
Right.
have
Because
will
if you
remain
can,
there.
If you can speak about
Right.
someone else, you can speak about me
Yes.
too.
And with such a salacious tone,
it's
you know,
terrible.
and then
It's
you
bad.
had the mannerisms and
Yes.
everything.
And they always say women are like that.
Yes.
No, but I don't think so.
Not all women.
Not all women.
Yeah, can
It's
we
a
correct
choice.
it?
Yes.
Not all
It's a choice
women.
that we
You know, I
make.
just want to mention this
Yeah.
one, and this one is very important to me in the different behaviors, is the lack of forgiveness. When
you've been- yeah, hurt.
your trust
Has been
has
violated.
been violated, you have a lack of forgiveness.
Yeah.
And when trust is an issue, it is difficult, if not impossible, to move on after a betrayal of trust has occurred.
Yes.
And this inability to forgive and forget can affect your entire life,
Yes.
not just your interaction with others. It can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, bitterness, and regret.
Anger as well.
So it is important to forgive and walk on.
Yes.
Forgive and forget
Yes.
and walk on. So tomorrow, if you get someone in the mall and that, you can at least greet with a clean heart. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
And that's very important. You said earlier, this is also a behavior, distancing yourself. Now, instead of distancing yourself, you can correct it
Right.
and get the elephant, the issue
Yes.
that is on the table, get it out of the way.
Definitely.
So that you can have that open relationship
Yes.
again.
Communication.
So do you think you
and
can
So we-
ever be comfortable with a status of no trust? Because I think maybe we are aiming to be trustworthy and
Yeah.
to trust everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that might not be,
Someone else's.
or it might not be the goal. Some people are not to be trusted.
Yes.
And so you remain in a state where you do not trust that person.
Yes.
And that is a decision as well.
Absolutely.
Because there are people that, or incidences that I've come across in my life where I've decided you no longer have my trust.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that
because
was that.
things happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that happened to me too.
Yeah.
So I will just leave it there.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yes.
And then I can
move
forgive
on.
and forgive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
That
yes.
that is true. I did forgive and forget,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that I can.
I'm going
Yeah,
to go
we
back.
can no
track.
longer resume
Yes.
That's
that.
why if trust is broken, it will never come back the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So we came to the end of our show, and wow, there's
already?
there's such a lot
Yes,
of things
there's
that
so much.
actually, like trust in friendships.
Yeah.
Trust in because we spoke about trust in relationships.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that also is a relationship is not just in marriage, it's
Yeah.
friendships, it's family,
Right.
and things like that. So make trust a priority, guys. Trusting others can be difficult, but trust building is an essential part of any relationship, romantic or otherwise. Make trust a priority in your life, even if it's challenging to you. So be trustworthy, right? Consider therapy if you struggle with trust. Consider therapy. A lot of people don't like therapy, but therapy helps because
Yeah.
this was therapy to me. when I did the research,
Yes.
it was therapy to me because
Yeah.
I had to do introspection
That's
as you
right.
guys did
Yes,
as well.
yes.
You know, so it helps us, man.
It does,
It
it
helps
does,
us. So
it does.
learn to trust yourself first, as I
Yes.
said. And how do you build trust with a friend? Just try to build your trust again.
Yeah.
It might not be with the same person who violated your trust, but forgive that person and walk on. Don't
Move on,
keep a
yes,
grudge.
yes.
You know?
Yes, oh,
And
yes.
that is how you're going to move on in your
Yes.
personal
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Right?
No, I agree.
So yeah, if you build your trust with a friend, remain honest, keep a secret.
Yeah.
If someone tells you, please, this is in confidence.
Right. Don't share it with.
Wena,
Yeah.
keep the secret.
Yeah.
Don't go share it. Just keep it. Because that is how we
Build trust.
Build trust.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And then listen to the person, man. Give your ear
Yeah.
and be there for the person,
Right.
right? And we came to the end of our show, and we're so happy that you guys actually we didn't even go to all
Oh,
these.
there's so much
There's
we
so
could have-
many
yeah.
people who actually are speaking to us on the platform. I know Gail actually said talk straight and demonstrate respect. And she says, I agree with Pastor Lee in terms of when someone breaks your trust, it causes one to question our ability to discern.
Yes.
I wanted to say that just now.
Yeah, about discernment.
About discernment. God has
very
given us
important.
a spirit of discernment.
Discernment.
Yeah.
Especially
You know,
women.
and you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel
The genuineness.
how far can I go
With this
Yeah.
person.
with this
yeah.
person?
Yeah.
Because somehow you feel that this one is 'n losprater.
Ja.
Ek kan nie hierso sekere goed
Ja,
uitlaat nie.
Yes.
Yes, and Sonia Foster says, trusting humans is important because they gave you an opportunity to grow something you need and give them an opportunity to learn. Then Gail says, transparency and make your wrongs right. And then Valisha says, good morning, ladies. The show is keeping me out of work. Very interesting topic. Thank you so much, Valisha, that you actually tuned in. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then Deirdre Abrams says, the only apology is changed behavior.
Yeah.
Fully agree.
Yeah.
She also says, wow, sulky face, ha 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 ha, because Leanne spoke about the sulky face.
Yeah.
Right, and then there's so many. Sylvia van Kramberg says, my dad has passed many years ago. I had the very same relationship with my dad that you have with your dad.
Yeah.
Valisha then says, I had the same relationship with my late father.
Yeah.
He was consistent. He kept his word. It's very important. And if
Very
you look
important.
at relationships like these in their marriages, you can see that it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure about that.
Yes.
You know, because
Yes.
the relationship with your father was a good one.
Right.
Okay, therefore, Sonia says, therefore, you're not responsible for others' behavior towards you. You are responsible for your own behavior. Like as Joan said, people's behavior must not change who you are.
Right.
I
Definitely.
agree with that.
Yes.
It must never ever
Yeah.
change you.
Yes.
Because otherwise you're going to really be like that cloud in the sky
Yeah.
You'll be
that
a
is
wreck.
tossed to and fro
So
all
true.
over the show.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
that is why I always emphasize don't be a people's pleaser
Yeah.
and scar your own character.
Yeah,
It is
I
not
like
worth
that.
it. It's
That's
not
right.
worth it.
Yeah.
Think what's your values and stick with those.
Yeah.
You know, and make yourself a better person.
Yeah.
Well, I love your last comments, and then we say goodbye.
Well, that was actually quite a tough one.
Yeah.
Because the insights landed on us first, like Pastor
Yeah.
Joan had mentioned. I'm going to work on my trust issues where I find them.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to challenge myself to build a better trust with people as well. So this topic really spoke to me. I hope it spoke to you, and I hope it builds you and redefines the type of relationships that you are going to have with people from here on out. But I love trust, and I love exhibiting trust, and I want to do better at trust.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, from me, it was very interesting.
Very,
it was
extremely.
very uplifting. But I don't want anyone to feel judged or, if you are struggling with your own trust issues and you're not trustworthy, I want you to know that I know we all want to feel that we can be trusted. So you can work on being trusted again as soon as possible. So just
Yeah.
follow the plan of action. Set some goals for yourself.
Yeah,
follow
as we said, go for therapy.
go for therapy.
Speak to someone.
Yes, speak to someone
Therapy and
and speak to the Lord. We can always speak to God and be honest and open. Have a Jesus moment, come to Jesus moment, and just let everything out to the Lord and say, Father, this is who I am. I faulted, and then work on becoming a better person. Because, like Pastor Joan said right in the beginning, trust is earned, which means you have to work on it. So God bless you, and we can always trust on God, in God, and like the scripture says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. So in saying goodbye to you today, I trust that you will ask the Lord for guidance.
Yes,
In
and I just
every
wanna finish up with this saying that says, a true and trusted friend will not steal your ideas, hurt or alienate. What? How do you- Alienate.
Alienate.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, twist of tongue.
Yeah.
I'm Afrikaans, so I sometimes when the airtime runs out, then I can't really know. So a true and trusted friend will not steal your ideas, hurt,
Yeah.
or alienate
Alienate.
you, deceive you, neglect you,
Yes.
find faults with you, exploit your contacts, or make life harder for you. Instead, they want to see you bloom and
Yes.
flourish and see your life, your work, and your relationships turn out to be more fruitful. Thus,
Amen.
you allow these trusted friends into your lives.
Yes.
Give them space to speak the truth,
Yeah.
even if
In
at
love.
times it hurts,
Yes.
because
Amen.
the wounds of a friend can be trusted.
Amen.
And that's my saying to you. So I just want to repeat, alienate. Yeah, amen. I got it right.
got it right, yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. God loves you best. Just tune in next week, safe, on the same platform, Thursday morning. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, you with the Unk. 9 o'clock, same time. And also 12 o'clock tomorrow with Gap Fest. Don't forget, just tune in, beloveds. I love you. God loves you best. Go in the peace of the Lord. Mwah.
Amen.
As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my